Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today marks the 1 month anniversary that I've had with Visible Mobile. And so I wanted to give you guys um, basically just my overall review of Visible Mobile and the service that they provided for me over a month. And I'll try to do this as quick as possible and not drag this video out pretty long. Um, but I did make some plot points here so I can not get derailed. But before we jump right into everything, let me just let you guys know that if you just found this video and my channel and subscribed, I really appreciate that. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video and the information that I'm sharing, as I would also deeply appreciate that as well. So, Visible Mobile, exactly what are they? And to be quite honest and clear with everybody, it's an MVNO that's owned by Verizon but run as a separate entity. So kind of like how Cricket is to AT&T, Metro is to T-Mobile, and Boost and Virgin is to Sprint. Now, a lot of people that have made reviews over the past 2 months, because let's face it, Visible has been pretty much out there, getting their name out there, have poked fun at the fact that they're late to the game. But I'd like to say that Visible Mobile, basically better late than never. The way the plan works out, there's only one plan, $40, basically gives you unlimited talk, text, and data. You also get unlimited hotspot that's not limited, so there's no threshold amount, such as other prepaid carriers that give hotspot. With Visible, it's unlimited. However, the hotspot is capped at 5 up and 5 down, which is a little bit unorthodox because I've gotten different speeds doing so. As a matter of fact, in one of my previous videos, it shows that I've gotten about 40 up, 40 down, and like 7 to 10 up. So yeah, we'll see. But some of the plot points here that I'll make mention of, obviously, is one we're going to talk about is the speeds. So, kind of get my points up, but yeah, speeds. So the speeds are actually excellent, and the coverage is actually pretty good too, along with call quality. Call quality is like really good. Maintains constant, clear voice through the other receiver and myself. So with that, you have text messaging and MMS. There's not a delay or a glitch in text messaging or MMS, which is a really good thing. When you're sending a picture message, some carriers that I've had, you had a little sending kind of going off. And with this, it's actually, it sends right away. So no delay in SMS, no delay in receiving SMS, and the same can be said for sending picture messages as well. It's compatible with Android and iOS, so right, you get the best of both worlds. If you're an Android user, there's an Android device for you. If you're an iPhone user, there's an iPhone for you. There is a caveat to it, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. Right now, I'm just running down some of the good things about them. Their app is easy to navigate. So when you sign up and you activate through the Visible application. You can download through the Play Store or through the App Store, depending on which OS you're using. And it's real easy to navigate through. There's only 3 tabs. You have your main tab, which shows basically like your promo code to share if you want to sign other people up to get a $20 credit. You also have the shop section where you can purchase a device. So they have an area where you can buy, and they also have pre-owned devices too. If you're okay with using a pre-owned device to save you some money, you can always shop that. Also, then there's your profile, which you can set up your payment method, auto pay, things like that, and it has like services and features too as well. So those are some of the things that's within the Visible app, and it's very easy to navigate through. So there's not a whole lot of humbug and clusters or anything like that. The unlimited hotspot again is a very, very big thing about it. It's not limited to a threshold amount. You just use it. Now I wouldn't suggest you using it to replace home Wi-Fi, but you can. It's possible. Also, the fact that the company does a lot of feedback, which I'll get into with my overall experience of Visible Mobile. But yes, they are open to suggestions, open to feedback. As a matter of fact, there is a section, I'll pull it up for you guys, but there is a section on the app itself where you can actually but you can submit for a service feature. So like right now, you guys can see you have mobile hotspot, and then there's another one coming here. It says coming soon, and it's lit up, but I think that's like Wi-Fi calling. The rest of it's grayed out. But then down here it says, if you have an idea, let us know. So they're always open to feedback, which is a good thing. Some of the downsides to it. So there's no physical stores. There's no physical store you can walk into and talk to a rep and buy a phone outright and walk out working right there immediately. Everything's done through the Visible app. You chat through the Visible app, which is another thing too. To talk to a rep, you would chat with them from the app itself, but they're really good with their customer service. Some people may not like that. There is no multiple line discount at this time. I want to say at this time because Visible is growing. They just recently celebrated their 1 year anniversary. So late to the game and bringing in features little by little because they're not trying to rush things where things don't work properly. I think that's like one of the biggest things about Visible that I like about them is that they're not trying to rush and catch up with every other MVNO out there, even if it meant sacrificing, customer experience. Because obviously they don't want to do that, which is the reason why they don't invest in physical stores because they invest that money that they could use to rent a location and pay the electric bill and all those things. They use that money to continue to grow and expand their company so that way they can provide better service for their customers. So there is a light to everything that could be a caveat. But yeah, no multiple line discounts. So 4 lines, you're going to be paying $160. So 40 by 4, $160. As like other prepaid carriers right now have multiple line discounts, it is like $5 off, or whatever. So you could end up paying anywhere between like $115 to $140, depending on the service discount from those MVNOs. Those, like I said, multiple line discounts could be coming down the pike. You just really just have to rock with them and see. Big one is that they have a low selection of Android devices. So the iPhone SE all the way up to the XS Max is pretty much covered. But with the Android side, it's only the S9, S9 Plus, and then for bring your own devices, the Pixel 3s and the Pixel 3As. The Visible R2 is one you can get through them, and I think they have that one on sale right now for $19. But then you also have the Moto G7 Power, which is just recently added to the list. So not a lot of selection on the Android side, but there will be more down the road. So, yeah, if you have a compatible device, all you gotta do is just run an IMEI checker on it, and if it says it's compatible, get a SIM card for it. But yeah, there'll be more Android devices added. But for right now, a lot of people kind of like that use Android. That's probably one of the things that holds them back is because there's not a lot of, options for Android. There is no do-it-yourself device swap, so you cannot just log into your account and swap devices out. You cannot just take the SIM card out of the phone that you're using and stick it in another phone, whether it's compatible or not. It will not register a connection. You have to call in or chat with the rep and make those changes with the rep. So that's kind of like a bummer. Now, it may open up down the road later where it'll be easier to just SIM swap, just take it out and put it in a compatible phone, an unlocked phone. But at this time, you can't really do that. So that could be a downside. Just, if your phone breaks, if it gets water damage or whatever, and you pull the SIM out, you can't just throw it in a backup unlocked phone. Even if it is compatible with Verizon's bands, you still can't just throw it in there. You have to make that change. So the IMEI and the SIM cards are bonded, is what I'm trying to say. And that is one of the things there. The SIM and IMEI bonded. That's kind of like could do more damage than good. But again, Visible is in its infancy, and it is growing. And my overall experience with them has been really good. Regardless of some of the setbacks that it has right now, which can easily be changed down the road, my overall usage experience has been very good. Even traveling south of Arizona for a little bit of time, I remained with constant connection, and that's where I'm really judging the service on. So I'm not too concerned about wanting to switch out phones whenever I want to or whatever. I'm not worried about that. Multiple line discounts will eventually come. So those things I can see later on down the road. But the main thing is keeping a constant connection where I go. That's what matters to me most, because there's no point in me paying $40 for something advertised unlimited if there's going to be limitations. And I don't mean like limitations on the data side. I mean like limitations like more dead spots, frequently traveling, and things like that. Visible has maintained a constant connection to my device. And it's a pretty good connection, because one of the reasons that you can tell when you are struggling to connect to the network is that your battery would drain really quick as your the amount of power used to maintain that connection between your device and the network towers. Um, if it's bad, you will lose more battery life as it's you know using more energy to try and keep that connection going. So my battery's actually been good. I haven't seen any issues with it draining rapidly trying to connect to the network. So that pretty much gives me a good idea. Now, a major point that I want to make here is that Verizon has to be good in your area in order for Visible to be good. So if, say, you've had Verizon before and you've had very bad service connection, very bad call quality, then Visible may not be for you because it runs on Verizon's network. But again, they've been very great. Customer service has been very great with me. That this is a decision, the reason why from this point forward, Visible will be the service provider that I use on a day-to-day as my daily carrier driver. So yeah, I made the switch. And honestly, I don't regret making the switch. I'm actually quite happy that I made the switch. And I'm very, very excited and interested in seeing Visible grow. So, yeah, you guys heard it from me. I'm currently and will be going on forward being a Visible customer. Now, when there's new news and stuff like that down the road, I will definitely keep you guys up to date with that going on forward here as a Visible customer. And if you guys want to sign up, now's the time to do it since they uncapped their data. It used to be capped at 5 megabits up and down. Now it's uncapped. And if you sign up now, or if you're a current customer, even if they were, say, 2 months from now, recap the data speeds, you will be locked in with the uncapped. So you will not get the cap as anyone else who signs up afterwards will. So now's the time you definitely want to take advantage of Visible Wireless, or Visible Mobile, sorry. And in the description is my promo code. If you guys sign up, you guys get a $20 credit. So that's half your first bill credited. Definitely use that link to get you guys started on Visible. So that's pretty much my experience for an entire month, the goods and the bads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed today's video as well. And if you just subscribed, I really appreciate that. Hit the bell option to know when I upload another video. And as always, aloha.